morning students, and welcome back once again to another video. Today's video we will be talking about the revision of the image formation by the spherical mirrors, and for you I have prepared a small map so that it is easier for you to understand and remember all the things. So first of all, we will be talking only about concave mirrors and convex mirror, because the plane mirror, as we know, has simple properties for an object. When the image is formed, it is always virtual, and it is from behind the mirror. The object is the image is of the same size and same height as that of the object. It is virtual and erect. Okay, these properties we know, and it is lateral inverted. In this case, we will be talking about how the image is formed. Okay, for the concave and convex mirrors. Let's start. For concave mirror, we have 6 cases, and for convex mirror, we have only 2 cases. Okay, for this concave mirror, in these 6 cases, out of this, 5 images formed will be real image, and only 1 image formed will be virtual image. But in convex mirror, the image formed is always virtual. So remember that. Okay, that is why I have written the properties along with the position as well, so that you can get the idea side by side. In concave mirror, there are total 6 cases, and in these 6 cases, 5 cases are where the real image is formed, and 1 case is where a virtual image is formed. And in the case of convex mirror, there are only 2 cases to remember, and the image is always virtual, so there is no confusion of real image. So for example, in the exam, if you get a trick question that convex mirror, a real image is formed, then you are supposed to give the answer that in a convex mirror there can never be real image formed, because in convex mirror the image is always virtual, formed behind the mirror. It is a diverging mirror, so the rays of light will never meet in real life, and therefore virtually they will meet behind the mirror only. Okay, so let's start. In 5 real images formed by a concave mirror, the first one is if the object is at infinity, then the image is formed at focus. If the object is at infinity, image is formed at focus. It will be highly diminished point size. So we will write that as well, so that we can remember. Image will be point size, very small. Image will be point size. The next one is if the object is beyond. So before it was at infinity, now we have brought it closer, but still point is beyond C. So the object is kept beyond C. Over here is the mirror, we have focus, we have center of curvature, and then we have the object. Not at infinity, but somewhere beyond C. Okay? So if the object is beyond C, image is formed between F and C. So if the object was at infinity, image was at focus, very small point size. Now you bring the object closer, the image also moves further away. But this time it is not point size, it is just diminished. That means the image is a little bit larger, and you can see the image if you place it on a screen. Okay, so the image is diminished. It is not point size, it is diminished. Image is diminished. Diminished means smaller than the object, but not point size. So the image size has become a little bit larger than before. Before it was just point size, now it has grown a little bit. Okay. Next one is, now you bring the object even closer and place it on center of curvature. So the image will move even further, and it will also come on center of curvature. And this time the image will be same size. So it has gone even larger. So before it was point size, now it was little bit larger, and now even larger and becoming the same size as the object. So no magnification. Okay. So over here I will write it will be same size. Same size as that of the object. Now you bring the object even closer, that is from C to between F and C over here. So the image will go even further, and now it will become even larger than the object, and therefore it will be an enlarged image. So over here I will write enlarged image. Okay? And finally, when you bring the object on focus, then the image will move to infinity. If you bring the object on focus, the image will move to infinity. Okay? And this will be highly enlarged. So the image will be highly enlarged. I hope it is clear to you, students. So what is happening over here? If the object is at infinity, the image is point size. As you bring closer and closer, the object becomes larger and larger. At one point when the object is on C, the image is the same size as that of the object, and if you move the object even closer to the mirror, the image now becomes larger than the object. And if you move on focus, then the image will go to infinity and it will be highly enlarged. Okay. So we have done all the 5 cases of real image. Now what happens if you move the object even closer to the mirror? So now we are moving from focus to the pole of the spherical mirror. That is our last case, that is between focus and pole. So now if you bring the object even closer to the mirror, at that time the rays will not meet in real time and they will diverge, and that is why the image formed will be behind the mirror where the rays of light will virtually meet. And this time it will be behind the mirror. It will be virtual, okay, like I said, and it will be erect. In all the cases the image will be inverted. In all these cases the image will be inverted. That means upside down. Okay. In this case it will be erect image. Okay. The image will be standing upright. Okay, as the object. But it will be behind the mirror. That means it will be a virtual image and it will be an enlarged image. The image will be larger than the object. So in one particular map over here we have studied every single thing that is regarding the image formation by concave mirror. 6 images total, okay, 6 cases. In that 5 are real image. As you bring the object closer, image will get larger and larger, starting from point size, little bit larger, same size, larger than object, and then highly enlarged, that is very larger than object. And if you bring the object even closer, that is between focus and pole, then the image will be behind the mirror, virtual and erect. In all the cases it will be inverted. In the last case it will be virtual and erect inside the mirror. Okay, so we have done all the 6 cases. I hope it is clear to you, students. Now for the convex mirror it is very easy. For the convex mirror it is only 2 cases, because when we keep the convex mirror in front, or we keep the object in front of a convex mirror, the focus and center of curvature are behind the mirror. Okay, and because it is a diverging mirror, whenever you place the object in front of it, the rays are always diverging, they never meet. And that is why what happens is, if you place the object at infinity, like always, the image will be on focus, very point size, but behind the mirror. So I will write over here point size. Point size image behind the mirror, it is virtual and it will be erect as well. So in both the cases the image will be erect, not inverted. Okay, it will be an erect image, point size. Now you bring the object closer and the image will also become closer and closer. Okay, so in this particular case, the image will never go behind the focus or behind the center of curvature. So what happens is, whenever you place the object in front of a convex mirror, it will either be on focus or somewhere between focus and pole. So this is what the convex mirror is. This is the focus and this is the center of curvature and this is the pole. So wherever you place the object, if it is at infinity, image will always be on focus. If you bring the object closer, the image will also come closer and closer to the mirror. Unlike this case. In this case, if you bring the object closer, image will go further and further away. In this case, if you bring the object closer, image will also come closer and closer. And it will become larger and larger. So before it is point size, now it will become little bit larger, then larger and larger. So it will become larger and larger. But it will never be as large as the object itself. So the image will always remain diminished. In this case also it is diminished. So if there is a trick question in the examination that in the case of convex mirror, we have obtained virtual, erect and enlarged image, please explain this case. Then you can say that in this particular case, in convex mirror, the image can never be an enlarged image, because as you bring the object closer and closer, the image becomes larger and larger, but will never become as large as the object, because the image never goes beyond focus or beyond center of curvature. I hope it is clear to you, students. I have talked everything regarding the image formation by the concave and convex mirrors. I'll let you have a look at the whole map by standing aside pause the video and check for yourself. Okay, now we will revise the mirror formula and the magnification formula. Quite simple actually. Mirror formula is 1 upon f is equal to 1 upon v plus 1 upon u, where f is focal length, v is image distance, u is object distance. Okay students, so this is the mirror formula where f is the focal length, v is image distance and u is object distance. Now according to the mirror, the focal length will be either positive or negative. If the mirror is concave mirror, then focal length will be negative, and if the mirror is convex mirror, then focal length will be positive. So whatever value of focal length is given, whether it is 10 centimeters, 15 centimeters, whatever the value is given, you have to write negative or positive according to the mirror given. Okay, now one thing to understand over here is that for u, that is object distance, it will always be negative, because whether it is a concave or convex mirror, you are always keeping the object on the left hand side of the mirror. So it doesn't matter whether it is a concave mirror or it doesn't matter whether it is a convex mirror. Object is always kept on the left hand side, and therefore the value of u will be negative. But the value of v will change according to the mirror. Let's recap just the map that we saw. In case of concave mirror, we saw that when the 5 real images are formed on the left hand side, at that time we have the v as negative. That means the image will be negative. But in the last case, when the object is on the right hand side, that is virtual image, at that time v will be positive. So whenever the virtual image is formed, at that time we will have a positive image distance, and whenever the real image is formed, we have negative image distance. Okay students, and for the case of convex mirror, in the case of convex mirror, this is for concave mirror, we will have v negative in 5 cases, and in the last case we will have one case, that is virtual image, we will have positive. So I will write once again, this has real images and this has virtual images. So in case of real images, the image distance will be negative, and in case of virtual image, the image distance will be positive. Now for the convex mirror, we know that it is always a virtual image. It is always a virtual image, and therefore in virtual image v will always be positive. The image is, because it is always behind the mirror. Only 2 cases are there, and the image is always behind the mirror, and hence it will be positive image distance. So I hope you understood this, students. The next one is magnification. So in magnification, whenever the value of magnification is more than, 1, at that time enlarged image is formed. If the value of magnification is less than 1, then diminished image is formed. So I will write over here enlarged image. Convex mirror, v is always positive. And for the magnification, if the magnification is greater than 1, then the image is enlarged, and if the magnification is less than 1, the image is diminished. I hope it is clear to you, students. Now, if the magnification is equal to 1, then there is no difference in magnification. The object and the image size are the same. So I will write over here no magnification. If the value of magnification is 1, then there is no change in the size of the object. The image and the object are of the same size. I hope it is clear to you, students. Now, if the magnification is negative, then the image is inverted. And if the magnification is positive, then the image is erect. If you get the answer of magnification as positive, the image is erect, and if you get the answer of magnification as negative, then the image is inverted. Okay? And the magnification formula is given by m is equal to h dash upon h, and magnification is also given as minus of v upon u, where h dash is image height and h is object height. Okay, and v by u is, you already know that v is the image distance and u is the object distance. I hope it is clear to you, students. We will talk more about this in the next video. Till then, have a nice day.